Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Sorry about that.
That's okay. All right. I thought somebody cut a chicken's head off there.
What's going on?
Anything?
Fuck, I'll tell you, because you wouldn't believe it.
I'll believe you.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Sure.
I'm sat here through the kids.
Oh, give him the mic. Yes.
I sat here doing the kirtan and closed my eyes and I saw Caitanya-caritāmṛta and Nityananda. And they were dancing in front of me here.
Wow.
And then they just said to me, didn't say, it just communicated to me. Just let go and you'd be alright, you know. And I was trying to let go in the moment, and all the devotees came in, all the devotees that were with them, you know, Madam Mungal and all those people came in. They're all dancing around it, and you came in as well, as Narabuni. And who else came in? Srivas came in as well.
Oh.
And all dancing around here, and I just went, no!
Yeah.
And came back. And it was, I tell you, it was good. And my ribs are kicking. Ribs have been kicked in as well. So I've been visited by unembodied devotees who were, obviously, I've seen them, but they were unembodied devotees, so thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, that's great. Wonderful. Yeah. So as the Lord is The Lord is, Lord is with us. Yeah, wonderful. I hear this noise. Is that anywhere? Is that you or me? All right. Let's see. So we'll read from Caitanya-caritāmṛta. Oh, yeah, okay, Mike.
Incidentally,
Give him the mic. Give him the mic.
Incidentally, to make it a little bit more esoteric, there were gopis and gopis together in a dancing. So, I mean, just proves to me that the fact is that gopis and gopis don't mix, you know, in the material world, as you say, but they mix because they're all together dancing and doing things together. So, you know, so well, to everybody who didn't believe it,
We don't believe it.
they believe that the gopis and gopis mix.
Oh, of course they're friends, like friends. You know, who said they don't mix?
Well,
Oh, they don't know. What do they know?
no, they don't know.
Don't know. You know, all these people that don't know, they try to.
I put rules and regulations on you.
Yeah, don't worry about it. All right, let's chant a little japa here. I have to use the bathroom, and then we'll read something here. But in the meantime, do some introduction.
Should I open up?
Yeah. Time to open up. What do you want to say?
Good dog.
Well,
Be careful of the mosquitoes.
Yeah, maybe that's not open up. I mean, because we're opened up. We have, open the windows. Just open the windows.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare. I'd love some tea. Oh, give me a little bit. I'll give you a little. Please. No stupid.
What?
No stupid.
Supposed to open the chair.
I've got snow pouring down my throat as well.
I think that's okay.
Not coming down my nose, but it's falling down my throat. Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna. I love you.
I love you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna. Yeah, Rama, Rama, yeah. Hare Krishna, 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 yeah. Rama, 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 yeah. Hare Krishna, 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 yeah. Rama, 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 yeah. Hare Krishna, 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 yeah. Rama, 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 yeah. Hare Krishna, 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 yeah, Rama, 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 yeah.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, yeah. Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna.
Give us some water that's going to be hand, please.
Huh?
Have some water that's going to be hand,
Oh.
please.
All right.
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Okay, so I think we'll read from Caitanya-caritāmṛta. Oh, take the mic. She'll get it for you. The mic.
She received a message from Nityananda. It says, reveal yourself. Reveal myself.
He said what?
Reveal myself. So I will do. Everywhere.
Say that again. I don't.
Reveal myself.
Like to reveal
Oh,
himself.
Nityananda is going to reveal himself.
No, I've got to reveal myself.
Nityananda
Oh,
asked
I've
him
got to
to
be
reveal.
more outward
Ah.
to everyone. You know, my stupidity has got to come out. Well, it's not stupidity, but it's looked on as being stupidity. Yeah.
Okay.
It's got to come out.
Oh.
Got to, yeah, everywhere. You know, whatever.
Oh. Okay.
You know. So it's got to come out.
We'll see.
Hare Krishna.
See what happens, huh? Okay. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhaktavinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhaktavinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhaktavinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhaktavinda
Om Agena Timranda Shah Ganan Gana Salakya Chakshur Milatani Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha
Om Gantananda Shah Salakaya Chaksumitamyena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha.
The Lord accepts prasadam from his devotees. This is Anjalila chapter 10. Hey, Avadut Maharaj, welcome. Please. Okay. So let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is always... Oh, that's right. Okay. Let me offer my respectful obeisances...
Let me offer my respectful obeisances
unto Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,
unto Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,
who is always pleased
who is always pleased
to accept anything
anything
given with faith and love
given with faith and love
by his devotees,
by his devotees,
and is always ready
and is always ready
to bestow mercy upon them.
to bestow mercy upon them.
All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
All glories to Nityananda Prabhu.
All glories to Nityananda Prabhu.
All glories to Advaita Chandra.
All glories to Advaita Chandra.
And all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya.
All glories to all the devotees of the Lord.
The next year, all the devotees were pleased
all the devotees were pleased
to go to Jagannath Puri,
to go to Jagannath Puri,
Nilachal, to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,
to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Advaita Acharya Goswami led the party from Bengal. He was followed by Acharya Ratna, Acharya Nidhi, Srivas Thakur, and other glorious devotees. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had ordered Lord Nityananda to stay in Bengal. But nevertheless, because of ecstatic love, Lord Nityananda also went to see him. Indeed, it is a symptom of real affection that one breaks the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not caring for the regulative principles, just to associate with them. Wow.
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 Wow. Isn't that an interesting statement? Huh?
Yeah.
Only in Caitanya-caritāmṛta, the postgraduate studies, do we hear stuff like that. See? To associate with him. See? You see how we're breaking the regulative principles to associate with the Lord here? We chanting and to associate with the Lord means, see, because of ecstatic love. See, it's always because of ecstatic love. One breaks the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's the order is the rules and regulations in the scriptures. People say this is the order of the Lord. See, although it's passive, it's passed down from traditions, and it's kind of like and it's not spontaneous. So ecstatic love is another platform. So out of ecstatic love, Nityananda in that moment was feeling, the Lord said, okay, this is my order to you. Don't go next year, don't come. See? And so that becomes like written in a law book, because, the Lord said that back then, don't come. But that was then, right? Now, this year comes, and out of ecstatic love, Nityananda is just feeling, hey, I want to go see the Lord. And what did that principle in his mind went far away? Because the Lord told him before not to go. And Nityananda, he trusts his feeling. They say trust your feelings. Okay? When you have ecstatic feelings, that's what devotees do. They trust their ecstatic feelings. Okay? So, because of ecstatic love, the devotees will break the principles just to associate with the Lord. Okay? So, there's the Lord there. He goes to associate with him. See, only devotees who are on that level can understand such things. And we do it here too. We're chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra in ecstasy. See? And the Lord comes here and we allow it to be. And you could say, well, there's a regular principle you could read in Rupa Goswami's Nectar Devotion under the rules and regulations way of worship. It says you shouldn't cry before the deities. And people say you shouldn't cry, when you're chanting Hare Krishna. So, but the thing is, if you don't relish this ecstatic worship, then you're not doing spontaneous devotion. You just, see, but ecstatic devotees, if that's coming, then they break these rules, regulations, just to associate with the Lord. Isn't that association when you're laughing and crying, having an ecstatic kirtan? It's breaking the rules and regulations, because isn't that what devotees tell us? They say, oh, this is not right, you're not supposed to do that. And the thing is, we can extend it even further, because we're breaking the rules and regulations, not only for us to associate with the Lord, but to give that association to others. They get to see it. See? So the devotees on the Vaidya level don't understand these principles, and then we're here to teach them. This is why it says, the Lord and the devotees taught, that, oh, how fortunate I am to see, this is Lord Chaitanya said this, I am so fortunate I am to see the ecstatic love, the ecstatic symptoms of love walk across the pathway of my eyes. Now Krishna will never leave me. Now see, that's mercy. That's amazing, because people don't see. They don't even know this path exists. Vaishnavas don't know this path exists, do they? They don't know. And they're worshiping it. They're worshiping the Lord who brought this ecstatic devotion to this world. And devotees don't even know. Gurus don't even know. They think it's abnormal. We're going to milk that one, man. When one guru said, Gaurahari Das, you're abnormal. This is abnormal to see this ecstatic love. Abnormal, it means not normal. That's right, it's not normal in this world of Maya. It's an unusual, uncommon is a better word. It's uncommon what we're doing here. Uncommon worship. Okay? Uncommon mercy. That was, you see, Lord Chaitanya in Adi Lila, it says his quality, this avatar and his devotees have the same quality because they worship him, like father, like son. Lord Chaitanya was the most merciful of all the avatars. Therefore, the devotees of Lord Chaitanya are the most merciful of all the devotees. If they're real associates, they're most merciful. They'll give what hasn't been given, just like the Lord gave what hasn't been given freely. See, the most merciful means you give it out for free, without charge, if you've got the power, if you've got the blessing, if you got the order. Otherwise, who can give this up? You won't. That's why you don't see with so-called high devotees, oh, big devotee, big devotees, and you can't see anything like the ecstatic fruit waking up in others, in their disciples. And then they say, oh, well, that's so high, prema bhakti. And it is the highest thing. But Lord Chaitanya and his devotees are in Kali Yuga to give it. At a certain point, it's given. But you got to know these principles. I mean, I was listening to some devotees, they say, yeah, more Prabhu's given, the guru is saying, teaching, Mahaprabhu's giving this devotion, he's giving devotion, but where is it, man? Because people don't know the principles of how it's distributed. You got to find the devotee distributing it, if it's being distributed. If it's not, it's not. No. Bhakti Siddhanta was capable, Prabhupada was capable, but they just distributed, hey, well, here's the chanting, here's the platform. I was reading one devotee back then, he was teaching, rules and regulations. And then he said, the reason I'm doing this is to give a direction to the people, because they're going following Buddhism and Mayavad this, and this path and that path. They're following all these different paths. We got to give the direction. See, Prabhupada gave the direction towards Krishna. They didn't give it. It's the direction. It points you in the right direction, right? Towards Krishna. See? But you got to know the details. So Shiksha, living Shiksha Guru, it's all in the book. It's all right here. Who can pull it out? Who has the power to pull out that what's beyond just kind of, oh, it's over there. That's what Vaidhi Bhakti does. And that's what this devotee is, perfect analogy. Yeah, I'm just giving you a direction. Just go that way. It's in that direction. See, that's Vaidhi Bhakti. Didn't say you arrive there. No, go that way. And you start walking and walking. See, and then you meet somebody who teaches you further. It's not just going in that direction. You got to know, how do you get this treasure there? It's not just, well, just start walking over there, Yeah, you go in that direction, you meet it's all in the book, but you can't understand the book because you're just kind of going in their direction. It's not clear. You can't see, oh, well, yeah, if you just stay on going in this direction of Vaidhi Bhakti, you'll attain Vaikuntha. Is that where you want to go? And the book, this was said, Caitanya-caritāmṛta teaches, yeah, you do rules and regulations, you'll go to Vaikuntha. You want to stay on that, you want to keep going there? It's a very long path, by the way. You got to flawlessly perfect all this Vaidhi stuff. Very hard in Kali Yuga. See? Or do you want ecstatic love? Oh, well, you got to maybe, switch gears here. You got to listen to some of the deeper principles about that. Are you ready for that? Oh, you got to give up fault finding. Can you do that? No, I don't want to do that. I just want to, I like this, my Ras, my life. No, you're not a proper candidate for this path. I had some people come, they started on this path. I had one guy came years ago, but I came to a point, I said, you got to give up finding fault now. And he said, oh, no, and he left. He came back again, just but he came back to find fault. And again, okay, didn't learn the lesson. See you. Because we want to develop this ecstatic love. It never flourished amongst. That's what kept it down. That's why the Lord said, I want to plant a garden of this bhakti, this ecstatic devotion. Therefore, he locked the door from the fault finders and the critics and the guys who didn't appreciate what he was doing. Okay? So you grow a garden, it has to be like that. That's why we have all this stuff going on. See, Vrindavan, Krishna never leaves Vrindavan, and we have to be like this. We want to keep it in Vrindavan. Keep Vrindavan going as available and reaching out. So during the rasa dance, Krishna asked all the gopis to return home. But they neglected his order. And stayed there for his association. See, sometimes the Lord does that even personally. See, but the devotee's in touch with their heart. That Krishna is in their heart. And that's stronger if the Lord might be joking with them. Like if the Lord knows what's in our heart, right? And if he were here and he says, oh, don't do this, but in your heart you're feeling you want to be with the Lord. If he says go home or something, and then in your heart is saying different, you go with your heart. See, because Krishna's there, and that's stronger than even that. The ecstatic love is very powerful. It controls the devotee. See, the gopis didn't want to go home. Didn't want to follow that order. But they neglected his order and stayed there for his association.
They neglected his order and stayed there for his association.
If one carries out the order If one carries out Krishna's order,
if one carries out Krishna's order,
Krishna is certainly pleased.
Krishna is certainly pleased.
But if one sometimes breaks his order
But if one sometimes breaks his order
due to ecstatic love,
due to ecstatic love,
that gives him millions of times
millions of times
greater happiness.
greater happiness.
Say if I get the order of the Lord and I go and I do it, I don't feel very happy about it inside my heart. Say, or if I get the order of the Lord, but I feel really ecstatic, going against it, what are you going to do? Trust your heart or trust that order? See, the thing is, the Lord jokes often to teach the power of ecstatic devotion. And I think the main thing is this is about the rules and regulations of the Vedas. See, if this, if things have been said that go against one's ecstatic feeling, you'll trust your heart more. You'll trust the ecstatic feeling more. But it's not like the materialists who, they say, well, I don't want to follow that order. I don't feel it. I don't want to do it. No, they just, out of ecstasy, they'll break certain principles. One is in this distribution. Like you could say the order of the Lord way back when, you can pull out certain things and say, well, see, the order of the Lord is don't cry in public. Don't chant the holy name and show tears in your eyes. This is the wrong thing. This is against the order of the Lord. But out of ecstatic love, devotees do it. Okay? But actually, when you see the deeper order of the Lord, it's all there that he wanted to. That's what he did. He broke those things. He did it himself. Nityananda did it more. Distributed ecstatic devotion.
He broke pots all over the place.
Huh?
He broke pots as a young man all over the place.
Yeah, that too. So, Vasudev Dutt, Morari Gupta, Gangadas, Shriman Sain, Shriman Pandit, Akincha Krishna Das, Morari, Garuda, Garuda Pandit, Buddhimanta Khan, Sanjaya, Purushottam, Bhagavan Pandit, Suklambara, Brahmachari, Nishingananda Brahmachari, and many others joined together to go to Jagannath Puri. It would be impossible to mention the names of all of them. The inhabitants of Kulyagram and Kanda also came and joined. Shivananda Sain took leadership and thus started taking care of them all. I'm going to go ahead because we just recently read this, and there's a whole, we're going to go ahead here. Then Caitanya Mahaprabhu arrived with his personal associates to see the jubilant past.
Then Caitanya Mahaprabhu arrived with his
personal associates to see the jubilant pastimes of Lord Jagannath in Narendra Sarovara. At the same time, all the devotees from Bengal arrived at the lake and had a great meeting with the Lord. Yeah, go ahead.
All rather than me coming back.
This what now?
Do you think it'd be better if you spoke it straight down? We listened rather than repeating it.
Speak it straight down?
He's thinking it's better that you just read and we don't do this.
Really? Yeah, what do you feel? Huh?
I don't know.
Do you like it? Or?
Well, it makes you be more alert,
Attentive?
but on the same time, sometimes I like to just hear to get the picture.
Picture. Oh,
But,
yeah. Okay, well, we'll try to do different things. Okay, we'll try it this new way, this other way now. Let's see. Okay. The Gaudiya Sampradaya, consisting of devotees from Bengal, began congregational chanting. When they met the Lord, they began to cry loudly out of ecstatic love. Can somebody send, I'll do that myself. Oh, that's okay. Maybe, yeah, somebody, just send Meena that we're live here. Maybe she doesn't know we're live. So the Gaudiya Sampradaya, consisting of all the devotees from Bengal, began congregational chanting. When they met the Lord, they began to cry loudly in ecstatic love. Oh, which verse? Okay. This is text 46. Because of the pastimes in the water, there was great jubilation on the shore, with music, singing, chanting, and dancing created a tumultuous sound. Indeed, the chanting and the crying of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas mixed and created a tumultuous sound, that vibration that filled the entire universe. So you see the chanting and crying of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Isn't that interesting? Chanting and crying. So was it a bad thing? They were doing this in public. The chanting and crying in public. But now all of a sudden it's not a good thing. Chanting and crying. And they were doing that. That's how they preached ecstatic devotion. That's how they got people interested. They have to see, man, this is a new way of worshiping. You chant the names of God and cry. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entered the water with his devotees and began his pastimes with them in great jubilation. In his Chaitanya Mangal, known as Chaitanya Bhagavat, Vrindavan Das Thakur has given a detailed description of the activities of the Lord performed in the water. There is no use in again describing here the activities of the Lord. It would simply be repetitious. It would increase the size of this book. After concluding his activities in the water, Lord Govinda returned to his residence. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to the temple, taking all his devotees with him. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned to his residence, after visiting the temple of Jagannath, he asked for a large quantity of Lord Jagannath's prasadam, which he then distributed among his devotees so that they could eat sumptuously. After talking with all the devotees for some time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked them to occupy the individual residence in which they had lived the previous year. I think I'm going to let Johan take over. Let him read a little bit. We did enough here. So people can, he likes to reach it, and I'll let him do it so we're not repeating this here. He'll probably be more ecstatic than I am right now. So let's do that. Okay, Johan, if you want, you can take over here. So we'll go off. Hare Krishna, everybody.